I got the parcel you sent me today.
I'm glad it arrived safely. You know what it is?
Of course I do. It's an iPod.
It was Gramps.
Yeah, I read the letter.
Do you know what it does?
Duh. Dad had one when I was small. He used to plug it into the car when we used to drive to France on holiday. Oh, those long car journeys. Do you know why he wanted me to have it? I mean, we hadn't been in contact with Gramps for a while.
You know why? Look, let's just say he saw the world differently to me and your father. It was the only specific bequest he made. Funny it should be for you. How are you settling in? Have you been to your first lecture? How are the flatmates? I'm not on speaker, am I? Hello, everyone. Hello.
Slow down, Tiger. All's good. I'm not on speakerphone. So to answer the questions in order, I'm fine. No, I haven't been to a lecture, and I really think the flatmates are all in the same boat and shitting themselves just as I am.
Please don't say that. It's not big and it's not clever. Well, at least you recognise the others are in the same position as you. My God. My daughter's aware of the feelings of others. Hallelujah!
Putting the phone down now? That was just rude.
What? Darling? There's so many books. Do you know how many books there were about World War II? He was there. Why read about it? It's such a waste of money. No one will want them. No one wants any of this stuff. Have you listened to the iPod yet? You are looking after it. I understand it's quite a rare one.
It's safe, Mum. Stop worrying. It's on the shelf. I don't think anyone will even notice. It's a dinosaur. Everyone listens to music on their phone nowadays.
I bet you haven't even turned it on.
Mum, I'm so busy. Getting to know flatmates is exhausting and it takes up so much time. And all the lectures, the seminars.
Oh, you have been to lectures?
Well, of course I have. We're doing all of the core modules. I suppose it's to get us all singing from the same sheet.
Well, I suppose there are lots of people from schools that aren't as good as yours. Why you wanted to study there, I'll never know. With your grades, you could have gone to Oxbridge or at least a Russell Group university.
We've been through this so many times. I'm happy here, and the course is the right one for me.
Well, your father says that you are... No, we are paying exactly the same as a decent university, and you'll have fewer opportunities at the end of it all.
Mum, you sound tired and irritated. Try not to spend so much time clearing Gramps. I'll call later.
Well, you'd be irritated if you were clearing this house of all that propaganda by yourself. It's like a bloody shrine in there. I'm doing all of this on my own, and if you only heard some of the things he called me, some of the things he said... And...
I know, Mum. You tell me this whenever you're tired and irritated.
I finished packing the last of his stuff and took it to the charity shop. And you know what they did? As we were unloading the car, they shut the shop. How rude was that? I mean, the shop does look like Gramps' house, but at least they should have been brave enough to have a conversation. Are you listening? I'm sure I just heard you snore.
I'm very tired.
Are you hungover?
I'm only not hungover when I'm drunk.
You've gone to university to study.
Oh, I'm joking, Mum. Playing up to the stereotype. I was up late reading for a seminar. Are you crying? Mum, are you crying? Are you okay? Is there anything I can do? Oh, please tell me if there's anything wrong. I'm not that far away. I can come back home if you need me to. Is everything okay between you and Dad? I was going to listen to Gramps' iPod today, but it needs charging. I'll do it later. Oh, Mum, you would tell me, wouldn't you?
Your father talked about putting Gramps' house on the market today. It's empty. Looks so small. You could see all the stains on that horrid wallpaper. That swirly carpet.
I can come home.
Not this weekend, dear. Father has his big golf club thing.
Another weekend then. Have the iPod charged by then. Wasn't that a good mark for my first piece of uni work? I was so scared handing it in. Of course, it's much higher than I need to get in next year, but if I get good enough marks this term, I can slack off next term. Mum? Mother? Are you listening to me?
I was just distracted by something on the news. A thing about immigrants.
Oh.
Don't you owe me? And yes, I am still getting the Daily Mail. You're beginning to sound like Gramps.
Oh, talking of Gramps, I got the iPod working. It was a bit of a kerfuffle, but one of the guys who does computer science got it going for me. Thank heavens for the geeks. Mum?
Yes, dear, I am listening.
Well, some of the music on it was really good. Some of it wasn't, but he liked a really huge range of stuff. Mum, you're not with it today.
I'm all right. There's so much going on, and it's just one of those days. It's good news about the grade. Your father will be immensely proud. I'll tell him when he gets in. He's working late. Yes, your Gramps was always playing music around the house. I'm sure I've told you that.
I'm sure you haven't.
Yes, dear, slow down. I can't hear you.
On the iPod, I found a playlist. It was called Abby. I thought it was just the name of a group, but I listened to it today. It was a playlist for me.
That's nice, dear. What was on it?
There was loads of really great stuff. Every song was a banger. It wasn't just pop. There's a classical, rocky stuff, the Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel, even some quite recent tunes. But the amazing thing was that he'd recorded a song for me. I never knew he played the guitar, at least I think it was him playing.
I don't remember him playing the guitar after my mother died. He played it all the time when I was growing up. But after he just stopped. He became more serious, more focused on what he believed. She was particularly good for Gramps, your grandma. She rounded off the hard edges. He was much more argumentative when she went.
I wish I'd seen that in him. I remember when I was little, you two would just argue all the time.
It was his politics. It took over. Why can't people just get on? Brexit consumed him. It took him over. And you know the worst thing? He said that he was doing it all for you and the next generation. He'd fought in a war and he wasn't going to sit back and see it happen again. As if it would, I used to tell him. We live in a new world of economics and free trade, and he just spout this Marxist dogma.
I know, Mum. I wish you could have reconciled. But I suppose after the election at Christmas, what did you tell me he said? This was your last chance to show me you had some humanity, that you care for your fellow man, not just yourself.
What was the song? Nope, let me guess. Surfer Girl by the Beach Boys.
Yeah, you're right.
He said he used to sing it for your grandma and me. I think it was the only song he could play.
There was another audio file in the playlist. He said it was a message that I needed to give to you.
Another lefty rant, I suppose. One last diatribe before they carried him out in his box. He never could resist a chance to preach on the subject of the rights of man or the power in collective action.
The message was short.
Please don't.
It's just a few words.
I said don't. This is too cruel.
It said, "Tell your mum I still love her."